look at those opportunities, whether they're jobs or opportunities to start a business, and decide for yourself, okay, based on my qualifications, skills, experience, etc., which thing am I best suited for, and then choosing that and approaching that. And obviously that can work and has worked for a lot of people. It hasn't really worked for me. Yeah, hasn't really worked for me. I'm trying a flipped approach to it, the opposite, in the sense that first I'm looking at where can I add the most value without thinking about how it's going to make money. Because yeah, obviously people, when they're starting a business or what have you, they're thinking about how does it add value, how do I, as a freelance or independent contractor, how can I add value, what service can I do? But they're still thinking of, okay, then this is how I'll make money from it, right? And the approach that I'm trying is to first just ask, where can I add value without knowing how I'm going to make money from it, or even if I could make money from it. So not having the whole plan in mind, not having the funnel in mind, right? Online, people give away something for free, then they charge for something small, and then bigger and bigger, right? They have a whole funnel. So they're adding value for free on social media or through a free ebook or course or whatever, but it's all part of a plan. They know how it's going to turn into money. And so the approach that I'm trying is to first just add value without any knowing how it's going to make money, and just start doing it without getting paid, without a plan for how I'm going to get paid. And so I looked around. I'm currently living in Bali, and looked around, and I see a lot of solo entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, that are, and as well as artists, creators, content creators, and a lot of people are working alone, right? They're by themselves. That's how they can end up here and live here or stay here for a while, is because they're a one-man or one-woman shop, and they could do it from anywhere, and this is a really cool place to live, right? But when you're working alone, it can be lonely, and it's very easy to fall prey to procrastination or distraction or fear and resistance, and basically not get a lot of work done, or be doing stuff but be all over the place, and it doesn't end up producing the results that you want, right? So I know from my experience that I can help people to get organized, get focused, and get into action, as well as to conquer the blocks that are holding them back from creating their best work. So just a lot of my experience in personal development, organizations, as for myself and helping other people, I know that I can help people with that. So I started organizing a free workshop, weekly workshop, where I'm helping any kind of creator in the broad sense, like any entrepreneur, artist, or content creator, or even a teacher, a facilitator, event producer, right? Anyone doing their own thing. It's a workshop to help them get through whatever's blocking them, whatever's standing in their way, and internal or external, and then create their best work. And a lot of times the blocks are internal, and then they're manifested or visible externally, right? Like you can see the external blocks, but really that it's usually starts with an internal block, and then you just end up running into the external block because you're blocked internally, right? The point is, the workshop is to help people get through these blocks and create their work, right? And I'm not charging for it. I don't plan to charge for it, and I don't know how it could really make me money. Even if I'm like, let me do the exercise to like, how could this make money? It's okay, maybe some of these people could hire me for private coaching, and I could charge for that. Or maybe there's some other kind of workshop or mastermind or seminar that I could do and then charge people for, and this could be the top of the funnel, right? So yeah, I can start to think of ideas, but based on who's coming to this, and I don't even know that it could happen. Like, in other words, I don't know that the people coming to this where I am in Bali have the money, basically, to pay for private coaching or like a expensive seminar or something, right? I could probably charge something, but it wouldn't be like full price. And another thing that's like I'm keeping in mind is this thing that I heard from Tim Ferriss, which is when you do something, service or what have you, do it for free or do it for full price. No in between. Don't do a discount, don't negotiate, just either do it for free or do it for full price. And there's something, or there's something to that, and I'm experiencing it, which is that I have done stuff for in between. Like I've taught classes and done services for people in between full price and free, so for partial. And it doesn't feel good. Like it feels like I'm being undervalued. I notice myself sometimes putting in less effort because I'm like, they're only paying me this much, so I'm only going to give them that much effort, right? And I know that's, in my mind, I know that's like not a good idea really, but I just notice, I observe myself doing it and not giving 100%. And so it doesn't feel good, and the work isn't my best sometimes. Whereas when I do it for free, I thought before I tried this, I thought that doing it for free might mean that I'll give even less effort, because it's like if I was giving less than my best effort for partial price, what about for free? Well, I give even less. But actually, that's not what happened, because when I was doing it for free, like this workshop that I mentioned, I'm not thinking about money. I'm not motivated by money. I'm not connecting my effort and my work to money. And so therefore, it's not affecting my effort because it's not connected to the money. It's not connected to the free, the zero. I'm doing it just to add value, right? That was my thing that I started with, is like, how do I just add value with not connected to money? And so when I'm doing these workshops for free and I'm just adding value and I'm just focused on that, I'm not thinking about any kind of connection to money or getting paid, actually I was giving full effort. I was like, and it was not a force, it hasn't been a force of will, like pushing myself to give the full effort. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting other rewards besides money because I'm not thinking about money, which then kind of clouds your reward system or clouds the ability to receive other rewards because you're closed off to them because you're just thinking about the money reward, right? So removing that, and now I'm getting all these other rewards of seeing people making progress and getting through their blocks and starting to create and feeling better and being in action and starting to create their business or their content or what have you. And then, so knowing I had a piece in that, I receive a reward for that. Like it just feels good, right? There's a benefit to me to help people, right? And see that help. And then also they thank me, they express gratitude, which feels good. And it is a reward. And it's been, when you grow up, I grew up in the US, and it's very hard to separate rewards from money. Like money is the reward. So it's like you get some other kind of reward, like a gratitude, someone thanks you for helping them, and it feels good, but then your mind goes, yeah, but how do I make money off this? So I didn't make money off it, so that was nice, I appreciated it, it felt good, but it's not all that meaningful, right? Meaning has gotten so attached and enmeshed with money that like nothing's meaningful if there's not money. And I spent a lot of time, now that I've been out of the US for 2 years, in sort of a very different culture over here, I spent a lot of time letting go with that, just that narrow tunnel view of the only reward is money, right? Now it doesn't mean I'm going to the opposite extreme where I don't care about money, I'm not trying to make money. That's not the only other option, right? It's not one or the other. But it is different to only attach meaning to money, right? It's only meaningful if you make money, right? I'm now experiencing this thing of doing something for free actually is different than doing it for a discounted price, right? Whereas, and it's better. Whereas if you're just equating value with money, more money is better than less money, right? So that should be better. Doing it, the service for the discounted price should be better than doing it for free, because at least you get some money, right? But I've experienced the opposite, is that because I'm not doing it for money, I get all these other rewards, and I don't feel bad about myself because I'm doing it for free. I'm not being valued by a certain amount of money, whereas the discounted price, now I'm being valued at a lower price, and I feel like I'm being undervalued, and it comes with those feelings, and so I'm not, like I said, I'm not enjoying it, I'm not putting in my full effort, but free I am. The idea is that putting out value for free, that I will see opportunities to monetize. In other words, again, I'm not talking about working for free for life and never making money. I do want to make a lot of money, so I want to be clear about that this isn't, I'm not some sort of saint, someone that just does things to help people in the world and doesn't care about making money. I'm not that. But the thing is, if I do add, the approach I'm trying is to just keep adding value and wait for the opportunities to make money to present themselves to me. Okay? I'm not just waiting, I'm in action. Like I'm going to keep doing, I'm doing more things to add value to other people's lives, and then be open to different opportunities to make money. Because if you're putting out, or the idea at least, we'll see if it works, the idea is if you're putting out value, that people see that you have value to give, right? And they see that you are valuable, and they will want to give you money to give them even more value than they're getting for you for free. That's the basic idea of how this could turn to money. But if you start with the whole plan, it could work for sure. I'm not discouraging or criticizing that approach, because obviously, yeah, you have a good plan of how you're going to make money and you execute it well, it can be successful, and it has been obviously many times. What I'm saying is this approach that I'm trying is not to start with that whole plan, because then I am closing myself off to other ways that I can make money. I'm closing myself to other opportunities because I'm choosing one beforehand. I'm choosing one now, and then I'm putting myself on that track. And yes, it is possible that if I'm on that track, I could still see other opportunities and go off that track, but it's just less likely, especially the way mind works, because I tend to focus a lot on whatever I'm doing. I know I am at least less likely to see other opportunities if I've got the track set out and I'm focused on it and I'm moving down in that track. But if I don't have the track set and I'm just adding value and I'm open and I have the intention to make money at some point, sooner, better than later, of course, then I'll see these other opportunities I would have missed otherwise, right? And I'm going to keep making these videos and keep documenting this whole approach, and we'll see how it works, and tune back in to see what happens.